Here we will see connection object of ADO.NET. A connection object represents a unique session with the data source. If you are using a client-server database system, it is equivalent to an actual network connection to the server. Depending on the functionality supported by the provider, some collections, methods or properties of a connection object may not be available. When utilizing the connection object, a connection string is specified, which contains the essential parameters for establishing a connection with the desired database. The ADO.NET connection object then utilizes this connection string to establish a connection to the specified database, which makes bridge between the application and the database. Once the connection is successfully established, the connection object enables the execution of SQL commands to interact with the data stored in the database. These SQL commands such as queries, update queries or stored procedures can be executed using the connection object to retrieve or manipulate the data within the database. After completing the necessary database operations, it is important to close the connection and release the associated resources. Closing the connection object ensures that the connection to the database is properly terminated, which frees the system resources and maintain efficient usage of system memory. The type of connection is depend on what type of database system you are used in your application. ADO.NET utilizes a provider to make a connection when your application connects to a database or a data file with connection string. There are different providers and each provider have multiple ways to make a connection. There are many different ways to write a connection string. Connection string is like an address that is used for sending a regular email. Depending on the origin and destination and who is going to make the transport, you need to write the address in different ways. For example, the provider needs the address to the server or the path of the database file to connect. This parameter is often named as server or data source. The value specified for this key in the connection string is passed to the provider, and with this key it is possible for the provider to know where to connect. There are some basic rules on how to format the information needed for the connection to take place. As it is a string, no data type is required, but it is necessary to write correct code so the drivers can read it properly. A connection string consists of a series of keyword value pairs which is separated by semicolons. The equal sign connects each keyword and its value. For example, key 1 equal to value 1, key 2 equal to value 2, etc. The information in the connection string is passed to the provider. Commonly used connections in the ADO.NET are SQL connection, OLEDB connection and ODBC connection.